Guys, as gold sits near all time highs, gold premiums are dropping like crazy to the point where American 1 ounce gold eagles are being bought at the price of less desirable gold in the US, like Maple Leafs, Krugerrands, and even 1 ounce bars. So, why is this happening? Well, there is so much more gold being sold by the retail holders than they are actually buying. And when the gold moves east to China or India or whatever, they don't care about your gold eagle or any pretty picture on your bar or coin because it all gets melted down into bigger bricks. A few days ago, Vermilion Enterprises coin shop in Florida said that he may be lowering his buy price on American Gold Eagles to 2% below spot from 1% below spot. Now, he posts his buy and sell prices just about every week, and he has really good prices compared to a lot of coin shops out there. But there is just so much gold coming in that he just sends most of it to the refineries. Here's what he has to say about it.
So, I mean, the older foreign gold too, like the Roosters, Francs, Marks, Ducats, Sovereigns, Pesos, Lira, Coronas, Ducats, all that material, we pay 98% of melt on. Modern fractional gold bullion, 98% of melt on. Raw pre-33 gold, 98% of melt on. Even some graded pre-33 gold is now at the 98% of melt. All this type of stuff here is going to go to the refinery and be burned. If we have it in the shop when you come in, we'll sell it to you. But other than that, as soon as I get enough together, I just dump it all. So I don't really sell it much here in the shop. It's mostly just set to the refinery because there, guys and gals, there is so much coming in. It's amazing how much is coming in. So now on that note, 1 ounce gold eagles, saving those for last with regards to the gold. We are probably going to see a premium change, and it may even happen today on 1 ounce gold eagles. One of the majors, who the other majors often focus their buy prices on, lowered their bid to minus 0.5% this morning. So I'm going to hang in at spot minus 1% on my buy price for the moment. And you might come in either this afternoon or tomorrow and see it be spot minus 2% as my buy price. I'm going to hang in there right now. I can still make $17 a coin buying it right now at spot minus 1 point. So I'm going to do that. But if it trickles to minus 3/4 of a point or minus 1 point, which it very well may, given what this weekend possibly could look like with the show going on in Israel and Iran, because I imagine we're going to see an influx of gold given the new price bump. So I think the wholesalers and refiners are going to get even hit harder with gold given to the reignition of the Middle East conflict. So keep an eye on this. This could go to spot minus 2%. So don't be shocked if you come into the store sometime later today or tomorrow and on the board you see we're buying it at spot minus 2%. So I'm just trying to be explicitly clear with that. It looks like that's a real possibility for today or for tomorrow. As always, Vermilion Enterprises reserves the right to change premiums as the market changes.
Now, you may expect premiums to collapse when maybe the price is collapsing, but here we are near the all-time highs and dealers are getting flooded with gold, so they have to make their buy price a little bit lower than what the refiners pay so that they can stay in business. So what does this mean for you? Well, pay attention to what is happening, whether you want to buy now or even in the future. You see how these premiums go away when everybody is selling. Gold becomes just metal no matter what picture is on it. Now, I always say try to buy the most gold per dollar. So right now there are very good deals on 1 ounce gold and even American Gold Eagles. Normally that's not the case, and they usually sell for about 7% over the spot price. But you see that you can only sell them for maybe 1% on the spot, maybe 2% soon, or even lower in some other videos I've seen. So why pay for these premiums when they become priced like other generic bars or foreign gold when you want to sell them? It makes no sense. So if you had the choice of buying 1 ounce gold for say 2% over spot versus 7% over spot for American Gold Eagles in normal times, that extra premium disappears if you need to sell at a time like now. Also, there are always deals on less desirable gold, sometimes for only like 1% over spot or even spot. So if there is like a 6% difference for buying 1 ounce of gold, that is like buying 15 ounces of American Gold Eagles or 16 ounces of foreign gold or bars. It's like saying if you buy 15 ounces of gold, you get 1 free ounce of gold. Now, imagine if you were trying to sell those today and the dealers paid minus 2% from spot for both of these. In the American Gold Eagle case, you would be selling 15 ounces at minus 2%. And in the foreign gold or the gold bar case, you would be selling 16 ounces for minus 2%. Which one would you rather do? Now, I actually have some 1 ounce gold American Eagles that I bought a long time ago, and I never would have imagined the day when I would be selling them for the same price as 1 ounce gold bars, let's say generic bars, right? Even up to a year or two ago, I probably assumed that I was going to get a little bit of a premium for those American Gold Eagles, maybe 2 to 3% over spot when I was ready to sell them. So it's better to prepare for the worst case scenario and hope it doesn't happen when you need to sell them than just assuming you're always going to get some premium when you go to sell it and buy it for a high premium and then be disappointed when the dealers are paying the same amount for your American Gold Eagles that they are for foreign gold or bars. So let's take a quick look at prices and compare the deals that's going on right now. And it might be rare for me to say this, but it might actually be a good idea to buy American Gold Eagles over generic bars at these suppressed prices. So let's take a look. Okay, so I was looking at SD Bullion and they have some pretty good deals out here. And so for American 1 ounce gold Eagles, their price is $34.65 when the gold price here is $34.05. So a little bit less than 2% over spot, which is a far cry from 7% over spot, right? And the next best thing, in my opinion, is 1 ounce Canadian gold maple leaf, which is $34.55 about. And then the next best after that is the Krugerrand for about $34.46. And then you even have the option of random 1 ounce gold sovereign coins. So you don't get to pick, but they give you a coin from a sovereign country's mint for $34.44. And then at the bottom is the 1 ounce generic bars, also their choice. And it may not come in the plastic or anything like that, but it's 1 ounce of 999 gold, and that's $34.30. So like I said, buy gold kind of like you buy steak or meat. In the US at least, the 1 ounce American Gold Eagle is like filet mignon, and maybe the maple leaf and the Krugerrand are kind of some other cut in the middle, like ribeye or New York strip or something like that. I'm no meat expert, right? And then this is the same thing because you're getting some random foreign mint coin, which is also somewhere in the middle, good. And then the ground beef is 1 ounce generic random bars. So looking at that, if you were to buy today, what should you buy? Well, let's look at what these premiums actually are. So from best to worst, you have the premiums of the American Eagles is like 1.7. So under 2%, like I said, it's very cheap right now because dealers are buying them a lot cheaper because the refineries can't even hold on to them. They're melting them and everything. So you're not going to find them much cheaper than this, I don't think. And so the difference between filet mignon and ground beef is like 1 percentage point. So to put that into perspective, you would have to buy 100 ounces of gold to get a free 1 ounce of gold at these premiums, the difference between American Eagle and a generic bar, right? So at that point, it might make sense to pay 1% more for the American Eagle, that it's more popular in the US, and when things normalize, maybe you'll get a little bit more premium for it compared to, say, a generic bar. Now, if I was buying 1 ounce gold today, I would probably still buy the generic bar, even though I prefer the sovereign coin. But like you see, at the end of the day, all these dealers, they treat this practically the same. And so why pay, more than half a percentage point over the price of a bar? When you go to sell it, you're just going to get the same price for all of this stuff, and in some cases get the same price for the American Eagles like we see now or soon. So I still prefer more metal for my dollar, but if you want to buy now and you are considering these, maybe you want to pay up the extra 1% or about $34 per coin to get the American Gold Eagle. I wouldn't be mad at you if you did that. There's a chance you could get some higher premium for it later on down the road. But at the end of the day, I still want the cheapest gold for my dollar, so I would still choose this. But this is more understandable at these prices than it is in normal times when the difference between this and say this or this is 5-6%. So at the end of the day, I still want to go for the cheapest gold I can find for my dollar at the time that I'm buying it. As you see from Vermilion's videos, he buys foreign gold and bars 2% under, which means I believe he sells them at spot if you get to his store and buy them before he sends them off to the refiner. So if you're in Florida or even a state or two away and you want to buy a good amount of gold, it might make sense to take the time to go down there. As always, those were his prices at the time. The prices are subject to change at any time, and the premiums and all of that. So do not go down there showing him my video and expecting to get that exact price. But the videos come out maybe once a week or so. So guys, let me know in the comments if you have been holding American Gold Eagles for a long time. Did you ever think you'd see the day when American Gold Eagles are selling for under spot or for the same price as, say, generic gold bars or foreign gold or anything like that? I certainly didn't. And if you are thinking of buying 1 ounce gold right now, which would you choose? Would you choose to pay 1.7% over spot for American Gold Eagles, or would you still want to get 1% cheaper for the generic gold bar like I would do? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.